Welcome back, everyone. It is Dirch, and we have a new video today on the new Borderlands 3 question mark news. It's more a tech demo that happened today. Randy came out on stage and showed kind of this long, nerdy, like 11-12 minute video on just kind of the graphical improvements they're working on for the new engine. And it's kind of exciting, kind of not, but there's some cool Easter eggs in it. Like, Gearbox is definitely always going to put in some Easter eggs. So I have this out muted here. I just kind of ripped this video off, obviously. And I'm not sure audio levels and all that, how much I can get away with. But I wanted to talk through some cool things I did see in this. So in here, they're kind of talking about like cell shading or not cell shading and different things, and it's kind of cool and interesting. You guys should go watch this on Polygon. You guys should probably go check that out because we're all Borderlands nerds here, and you're gonna enjoy stuff. But we have the dust scene, we have the satellite in the background, and that's all well and good. Nothing that actually super interesting for a little bit, so I'm going to go off topic here. But few things he did talk about was Mikey Newman's going to be writing it. Now, Mikey Newman was the head writer on the first game. Here we go into some textures, surface textures. And that's pretty awesome news. People were mixed on Anthony writing. Why can't I think of his second name? Burns? Is that right? How did I forget his name? Weird. Oh well, you guys will put it in. But yeah, Mikey Newman, he wrote the first one, then he got really sick when the second one was rolling around, so he kind of had to take a little step back. And now he's coming back as a head writer for Borderlands 3, and I think that's really awesome, because not everyone, it seems like Mikey didn't really get his full credit. Like, the first Borderlands, the writing, there wasn't much of a plot or whatever, but he created this fucking world, this amazing world and these amazing characters that have just become insanely iconic, and we all love them. So I'm glad to see they're sticking with Mikey for 3. I also believe he's been writing the comic books, and I think some more have come out. I read the first few and they were alright. I got to get on and start reading the other ones. I'm going to make that a mission pretty soon here. But you notice on this ball that's spinning around, there's a lot of arrows in a kind of a J shape. And now they go to these textures here, these production assets, as Randy calls them. And there's 3 arrows. They look like things we've seen in Borderlands, but notice 2 of them are in the shape of a J. I may be hinting at something here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. In fact, I might actually put it in the title of my video, so you guys might know what I'm talking about already, which is totally ruining the surprise. But fuck that, it's kind of cool. Now they just go to another asset, and he's talking about textures and all this stuff. I'm glad they're really kind of pushing this stuff. Battleborn used the same engine as Borderlands 2 and TPS, and man, they made that game look beautiful. One thing they're about to talk about in this orb is kind of like a hand-drawn feel, like keeping that alive and not making it look too computery, even though it's unrealistic, still kind of putting in that human touch into it with the shadow lines that are coming in this orb that you can see. And I like that. And Battleborn, they paid a lot of attention to that, like hand-drawn animations in this kind of 3D world, like these 2D hand-drawn animations in a 3D environment. And I thought that was really fucking beautiful, and I love the way Battleborn looks. So not making Borderlands look like Battleborn, because the people that said they look the same, I don't believe them. They look different. But bringing in some of those things, some of that charm into it, I definitely like. But hey, here's where he's talking about on that highlight line, how that's not a smooth computer-generated line. Maybe you already talked about it. I love the shiny ball. There's something hiding behind it in that reflection. I know that's an Easter egg. I'm going to slow that down and blow it up and really kind of dig through this video for more Easter eggs. But there's definitely one I noticed coming up fairly soon. This shape, though, is interesting. That looks like something important. That's got to be something there. Or it might just be part of a vehicle. We're going to see some vehicle stuff later in here. But, yeah, back to Mikey. So excited to have Mikey back helming it. God, it annoys me. I can't think of that other guy's last name. Yeah, I'm going to give up trying to think of that. You guys can tell me in the comments what an idiot I am for leaving dead air just trying to think of his name. This is definitely part of a car here. And spoiler alert, stop listening now if you haven't played Tales of the Borderlands, but Scooter has died. And there's going to be someone new taking over the cars, and maybe we're seeing some engine here, and that's some good hints. Now this is where the big Easter egg comes in. No, not right now. Pretty soon. They bring a character in here, and I think it's Janey Springs. Not saying she's going to be a Vault Hunter. I mean, I'm pretty sure from what we've seen, she's taken over Scooter's role as the mechanic. And that makes a lot of sense. I just got ahead of myself here. I thought she would be popping up. Please show up. People were mixed on Janey. There it is. So I think this is Janey Springs. And the reason why is if you look at the right arm there on Janey, or on that character, it looks like there's some scar tissue. And Janey was in that accident. You saw scar tissue on her kind of all over. And I definitely remember scar tissue on Janey's wrist. I'll try to get a picture of Janey in the game and compare it here. Should have prepped that before I started talking. But I think this is Janey they're talking about here. And I pulled a screenshot from this and got it blown up on the screen here. You can see in the upper left-hand corner. And I don't know if that's a little more clear from the smaller picture, but it definitely looks like there's scar tissue on that wrist. And that looks like the tissue we had on Janey. And they're purposely hiding this character. But I'm pretty sure, like, at this point when I was watching it for the first time, I saw that, I started thinking it's Janey. And at the end of the video, there's more hints to make me think it is. That's pretty fucking cool, you know, maybe seeing the character. And she looks armored up, which... Does that mean they're going to make her playable? Like, I don't think so. There might be, if other people are thinking this is Janey too, maybe they're going to say Janey's going to be a Vault Hunter. I don't think that, because it looks like you see, it's almost like Athena's helmet, and you got that big shoulder pad and some different stuff. But they did say a war is coming, so maybe Janey's just kind of armored up because things are a little rougher on Pandora. I also read somewhere, I didn't see this in any of the articles, or get a confirmation of this, but somewhere I read that they said Borderlands is going to be at more than one planet. So we're going to be able to do some space exploration, possibly. I need some confirmation on that to see the actual source, but that is definitely possible. Here they're just kind of showing off an orb and different life features and all that stuff. You guys can, again, watch the video for all the like nerdy details Randy's talking about. It's kind of a bit dull, but here we go inside. And this is inside a mechanic shop. You can see barrels. Sorry, Mandalorian Fiber. Barrels are coming back. They're going to blow them up here in a little bit, and we're going to see that. But they're playing with light techniques. This didn't seem too impressive to me. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not a developer or a graphic designer or any of that stuff. So it just seems like this kind of light stuff I've seen before in tech demos. I do like that, a little smiley face gas can there, or gas pump. I think that's a nice new look. We don't know if these actual assets are going to be in Borderlands 3 or not. They definitely up the barrel look. But possibly. I mean, they're definitely playing with some different stuff. Still looks very Borderlands, but a little new. But yeah, here you see kind of an explosion. And that explosion kind of looked more Battleborn than Borderlands. But I think I'm okay with that. Now, that doesn't mean that's what the final game's going to look like. But, yeah, it looks like they've learned a little bit. And they, you know, a lot of the same people that worked on Battleborn are obviously working on Borderlands. So I think we're going to see some of that Battleborn look bleed into it. And it's not that far of a look. But here we start to fade out. So you can see we were definitely in a mechanic shop. Now, I like that there's a propeller on that motor we saw. So we're going to be able to fly. You know, this is just a tech demo, Randy's saying, but possibly. Now, right here, you can see there's a J right out to the right of that door. which makes you think Janey Springs. So I kind of paused the video here so we can really look at the shop there. So, you know, we're sitting in the dust, we got the satellite, we got the big rocks in the background, but look at that J and the new logo. Like, I really think this is Janey Springs' shop, and I think that definitely means she's taking Scooter's place in Borderlands 3. Now, none of this is confirmed, this is all speculation, but I'm pretty sure that character they showed off was the new Janey Springs look. And that's, I don't know, I think that's pretty fucking cool. We're getting some Easter eggs, and there's no way Gearbox is going to show this off without some kind of Easter egg. So that is, yeah, that's the kind of the shot there. And then they go back and show a little bit more. I continue the video here. You see that character getting in front of that shop, which means I definitely think it is Janey. Jill, I can't quite read that. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know if you're excited to see Janey back. I will do the Hive for my next video.